And here's a question for you. Are you interested in a food drive? Well, I want to tell you, all you need is a bike, a bag, a lock, some money to buy some food, and then you can enjoy Bronx Cranksgiving. Now, if you don't know what Cranksgiving is, we want to introduce you now to Edmundo Martinez, who is the organizer.
One of the organizers.
One of the organizers. But you organize it right here in the borough, right?
Yes, yes.
There it
yes,
is.
yes.
And let's talk about this. This was something that went on in Manhattan.
Still goes
right?
on, yes.
Still goes on. But you said, I want to bring this here to the Bronx, the boogie down.
Yeah.
Talk to us about it.
Well, Cranksgiving started in 1999 in Manhattan. It's been going on. It's basically a way to connect the cycling community to those in need. So a few years ago, I was giving the organizers a lot of grief about the Bronx being excluded, like in many aspects of New York City living. And we were able to bring it up to the Bronx. So I reached out to locals, local businesses, local residents. It's been a major community effort. We all come together. We get prizes for different participants, and we donate the food to BronxWorks, who works directly with the community, and we give them the food. So for homeless, children, seniors, whoever's in need, they get the food.
And you guys get together, do a wonderful, wonderful job. And so talk about these bike riders. You know, there's a lot of great work that you guys do. Of course, you're hanging, you have the social aspect, but now you really have this other social component, which is really taking on the needs of the community, especially at a time like the holidays.
Exactly, and that's one of the main focuses that we want to do. We want to connect the two communities. A lot of times they overlap, but sometimes you don't experience other aspects of the community. So we try to include the businesses, the arts. We got people like BX Art Factory. They're one of the sponsors, and they help us organize behind the scenes. We got Tread Bicycle, a bike shop in Washington Heights, which a lot of cyclists tend to buy their bikes and stuff up there. They're actually going to be donating a bike to one of the participants this Saturday. So it's basically a community effort. We all come together. So it's a fun day, but it also gets very competitive.
Yeah, and so there's this food collection that goes on, right? So talk about the food collection.
Well, it's a scavenger hunt. You
Right.
come out that day, you don't know what food items you're buying, and you don't know what markets you're going to. You register, we give you that list, so that's where the scavenger aspect comes into play. You got to find those places, find those foods, and rush back in a lot of time. And all the food is collected, and we give it to BronxWorks.
Wow, so how many people do you have coming out for this?
In the years past, first year we had almost 50. Last year we cracked about close to 70, 75. So we're hoping we could every year progress and grow bigger and bigger and bigger.
So what is like the winning time? How long does it take usually?
Well, we've had some really good professional cyclists come out the last couple of years, and they finished within like 45 minutes. But we're adding some twists and turns to it, so we kind of leveling the playing field a little bit. Right. And at the same time, we're opening the prizes up to way more than just first place. There'll be different levels of prizes and actually just random prizes. So we've been very fortunate to have businesses just donate their services, people who donate their talents and skills. Everything that's there is 100% free, donated. Gun Hill Tavern opens up their door for us. They're letting us use their space. They're going to give away some prizes. So it's a true community effort.
That's fantastic. And so people who are riding on their bike have the opportunity to pick up some food, bring it back. Great little scavenger hunt. And so bringing it to the Bronx, what's it like for you? I mean, obviously you said you saw it in New York City, but you really had a passion to say, I want this here.
Yeah, that started for me when I started cycling about 7, 8 years ago as an adult. I rode bike as a kid, picked it up as an adult, and I realized that a lot of the focus was for Manhattan and Brooklyn. And it became very frustrating, you know, and that we were, once again, getting ignored. So there's been great work by people like Transportation Bronx Alternatives Committee, where we fight for bike lanes, we fight for safer infrastructure for pedestrians and cyclists alike. So I started organizing social just gathering rides where people hang out, we chill, we go to different businesses, we go to different parks, and that's just progressed more and more, and it's like, as others get involved, it becomes bigger, and it eventually becomes bigger than you.
Right.
And it's bigger than cycling. Now it's basically the Bronx. It's all about the Bronx.
All about the Bronx. I want you to know Bronx Cranksgiving is taking place. You can still be a part of it. So give people date and time and how they can
That's this Saturday. We'll be at Gun Hill Tavern, 2515 3rd Avenue, the tavern and not the brewery. It's 11 a.m. registration. The noon time is, we start off at noon. The Instagram, the social media, the email, everything is Bronx Cranksgiving. It's pretty easy to find us. It's a great day on the bike. It's a way to have fun, you give back, and interact with other people in the community. There's some that you may not even know, or we're also fellow cyclists.
Right, and that's what I'm saying about the fellow cyclists. Give us a little bit about that, because when you talk about cyclers, so many here in New York City, right? But it's an opportunity for you guys to actually meet some new people.
Absolutely, and most people don't realize that, especially in the Bronx, many people who cycle in the Bronx was cycling out of necessity, whether it was lack of transportation or funds. Some people can't afford those monthly Metro cards. So the bike is actually the cheapest and most convenient way to go about. And most times you will bypass those buses that are stuck in traffic or those train delays. So it's a way to really connect, stay healthy, and you meet people from all walks of life. I've made friends who are now all over the world, all because I rode a bike.
Yeah, the bikes are it.
It's a game changer.
It is a game changer. It is a game changer. I had a little road rage today. I had to tell a guy, stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. But, you know, we work it out.
So long as you communicate.
That's it. Communicate. That's it. Bronx Cranksgiving. Thank you so much,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you so much for being with us. Listen, got to take a quick break. We got more open, so don't go anywhere. We'll come right back in just a few seconds.